بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الذين يستمعون القول, those who listen to what is said, فيتبعون أحسنه, and follow the best of it. أولئك الذين هداهم الله. Those are the ones whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guided. وأولئك هم أولو الألباب. And these are the ones endowed with intellect. And that's what we do here in Back to Reality. We listen to what is said. We follow the facts. We just explore the facts. That's how we come back to reality. Very warm welcome to yet another episode of Back to Reality. This is your host Zainab, and with me is my dear friend Nasreen. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, honey.
A very warm welcome.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing, Nasreen?
Oh, how am I doing these days? It's nice and perfect,
Yeah, I would say I'm growing. I'm growing these days,
Yes.
and I think in these days I have learned a lot. Like, although maybe our universities, colleges, they're off, but at the same time, the public, the resistant nation of Iran, is teaching us so much that I guess no other university of the world could teach us these days. So yeah, we're going to talk about resistance. According to you, what is the definition of resistance? And do you see the resistance of Iranian nation these days, or is there some media censorship maybe in your nation? So yeah, we're going to explore with Nasreen that. So Nasreen, about these nights, I personally have known the nation of Iran a very resistant nation, a very courageous nation from the very beginning, like ever since I came to Iran. But then, since the martyrdom of the leader of the revolution, Ayatollah Said Ali Khamenei, I saw a very different kind of, I would say, awareness, another level of resistance. Did you notice something different in these days and nights?
Yes, actually, it seems that these people are been reestablishing everything. Everything is getting new, and you have a new type of nation, new type of country, new type of people who are united more than ever
Yeah.
these days. Yes, of course, we have some, differences. Everybody has his own viewpoints, but these days that is
Kept aside.
gone.
Kept aside, yeah.
Exactly. I don't know where is it exactly, but all of the people are together. We are going out every night, and all of us are holding the flag, which is our weapon these days. And all of us are screaming and shouting, and we are screaming it as resistance. And we are gonna protect and guard the streets.
Yeah.
And we have some other people who are, fighting in the battlefield. And that is vivid, super clear.
As the officials put it very correctly, they said like the front lines are with
Exactly.
us, the battlefield is with us, and we hand over the streets to you. You take care of the streets, and we're going to take care of the front lines.
Yeah, and thanks God you see that because these people are outside in the street, and even the shopkeepers are thanking them for their presence. They say, because you are in the street, so I can, practice my job, and I can sell, I can buy, and I can meet people.
In the midst
so
of
everything
war.
Exactly. In the middle of a war.
Yeah.
But
it's,
there's a problem here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not all of these things are being displayed outside, and the censorship is working, triple, maybe double, I don't know, just to cut these things and don't let other people to see it. Something that is vivid. It's like in daylight, but they're just trying to cover it in any anything that they can find.
Yeah,
But
you remind me
it's
of
a no
this
way.
volleyball coach
Yeah.
who said that until the school was bombed in Iran, I never knew that Iranian girls go to school.
Yeah,
So
she was
this-
shocked about it. Yes,
So
exactly.
this level of see the level of censorship.
Yeah.
Forget about the school. I think people should educate themselves on how much Iranian nation is educated, how many scientists we have, and how much they have gone ahead in tech.
So let me ask you a question here. Before you come to Iran, of course, you had some, ideas in your head about Iran,
Yeah.
according to what they have been, telling you. So compare those things. When you came to Iran, you had a background of us, so you came to this country. So how did you find it? How was it?
That's actually a very good question, because someone who has experienced the reality on the ground itself and heard the media narratives back then, I would tell you like everything. Like when I was coming to Iran, my university friends gave me films in the pen drive, and they told me, do watch them before you decide to go to Iran. So I was like, what's wrong with Iran? So I was so much into the news and all. I was very much into the studies. So like, I saw some films that were not made in Iran, but that were made against Iran. So I saw and I felt like, okay, Iran is a terrible country.
Oh, you're gonna go to hell.
Yeah, and I thought, like, many people told me that don't go to Iran because Iran is going to be an oppressing nation for you. They oppress women. You are someone who is aspirant, and you won't be able to, live your dreams. You won't be able to be that aspirant that you were here. So, however, I just traveled. At the moment I stepped into the airplane, they announced the captain is ABC. So the captain was a lady.
Oh, that number one.
Number one. So, I was amazed that they said women are oppressed and they are flying a plane. And then the moment I reached, I realized that I have to learn Farsi, and it's mandatory. And so I also, before that, I had to do some medical tests. So I had to visit some hospitals. So hospital was full of females, the female staff, female nurses, females deal with females. And I was like, do we have something like that in any other part of the
Something
world?
wrong
Like,
with it. Yeah.
no, like, our blood pressure in our,
Yeah.
back in our countries, it's checked by males. So here, everything, all your tests were done by females. I was
So
like,
you were in
I
a
was
dilemma.
amazed. I was amazed.
Which one
What
is true,
Yeah,
right?
what I
Here.
heard and what I'm experiencing.
Exactly.
My country, like, which is a kind of a country of freedom, and you practice democracy and everything. We don't find those things there. Even like you don't have a medical staff which is full female. Like, you don't have. I don't think we have a hospital which is completely run by women. Like, we have maternal hospitals here that are completely run by women. So forget about hospitals. So when I had to learn Farsi, I had to go to institute to learn Farsi, and everyone in the administration was like females.
Again, ladies.
Again, then I had this chance to work in a school as well, like a few years ago, and I saw the complete school. Like, it's a girls' school and girls teach, and
It's
the
run by ladies.
from the, that was totally a different story. So entire thing, especially like when it comes to women. So I felt like, no. And when you talk about this hijab stuff and all, they feel like, okay, they're in the hijab even in their bedrooms, in their homes. So, but I felt like I went to their weddings, I went to different places. I felt like Iranian women are the most modern women you can ever see.
This is because of the propaganda. They
Need
so this type of
like,
Iran. Yeah, they want to show to all of the people in the whole world that Iran is a terrible place.
Yeah.
And all of the people are backward. They don't know anything. But this is not the reality. The reality is something else. There are lots of people, actually, they told me the same thing that you said right now. They told me that we wanted to see and to, touch whatever, we've been told.
Yeah.
One of them told me, especially these days, he was here and I saw him when we go out actually every night. And I saw this guy and I told him why you came.
Yeah.
He was not an Irani, actually. He was not Iranian. He told me because of the propagandas that I was watching in the TV, through the TV.
What's the
They
ground
told
reality?
me Iran is terrible.
Yeah.
Now everybody is dying, they are starving to death,
Yeah.
and lots of, terrible things.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't believe. I wanted to see by my own eyes. So that's why I came here, but I saw something totally different.
Yeah, my family has been calling me these days and telling me like, are you okay? Stocks in the the malls are over. Everything is over. There's no electricity. There's no water. I was like,
What are you
is
talking about?
What is your news source? I am living here. Ask me. I go out every night. The malls are open up to 1 a.m. And they were like, isn't the country at war? I said, why not? We have missiles overhead, but this is not a nation that is scared of anything. This is a nation of Imam Hussein al Islam. This is a nation, they welcome martyrdom, and they mock death. I saw,
Yes.
like, as a reporter, I went on the ground to cover things, and there were certain explosions overhead. Like, I had never seen that before, I had never experienced that before.
Hmm.
And as a woman, like, I was supposed to be scared there. But, just because of the people around, I won't say I am courageous. It was the nation around me, it was the people around me.
Hmm.
The way they reacted towards those explosions, like, they turned back towards the missiles and they're saying, Allahu
Allahu
Akbar.
Akbar. Yes,
And I was
exactly.
like,
Subhanallah.
they literally mock
Hmm.
death. And they're not scared of this. Like, what kind of nation are you scaring with these missiles and with these strikes, with these, I don't know, your bombings, all kind of tech they're using, all kind of
Somebody,
weaponry they're using.
there is a point. Somebody from, other countries, I mean, those people are love to make propagandas and spread lies. He said these people are mentally, have problem. These people have problem. Mentally, they have
Mhm.
problem because they're not afraid of death. But this is not true because you don't know.
No, no,
These people are fighting for their
I get it.
cause.
You're talking about indifference. You feel like
Hmm.
when you tell someone like they reacted this way,
Hmm.
they feel like these are indifferent people. No, they are not indifferent. They are a nation. We say we have this phrase in Urdu.
Hmm.
They say that जिस पेड़ पे फांसी लगनी है उस पेड़ को पानी देते हैं. So this is the same kind of nation that they know that if I'm going to be hanged on this tree, they water the same tree. So you can't scare them with
Hmm.
martyrdom. You
That's
can't
right.
scare them with bombs. You can't scare them with the missiles. You
Because they
can't scare
love the,
with the,
yeah.
they,
These
they
people
are a
love
nation.
their
They
country.
are a nation of Imam Hussein. They
Yes.
are a nation who know that, who see life beyond this worldly life,
Hmm.
material life, right? So I don't think you can scare them with this. So there were a lot of ground realities I saw, and I conveyed to my family, and then they were a bit calm. They said, I think, they like, my mom was like, I think you're more secure in the
Than
war
us.
than us without a war.
This type of censorship is not something new
Yeah.
because during the 8 year of war with Saddam Hussein, again, we had the same story. Actually, my parents didn't live in Iran at that time. And when they wanted to, come back, they told him, do not go back to Iran. Iran
Okay.
is terrible now. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot eat anything. You're gonna die. Don't
Yeah.
go.
Starve.
Exactly. But when they came, my mom was shocked and she was always repeating the same thing. Why they told me so? Why they
Yeah.
wanted to scare me? Iran is not
Yeah.
like that. Even in those, terrible days, now Iran, mashallah, is much, much, much better
Mm-hmm.
and improved because,
Yeah.
it was at the beginning of changing the, system of country at that time. And Iran was like a very, small, baby, let
Yeah.
me say, but now is grown up.
Mm-hmm.
And so see how much, different is what is being broadcast outside and what you see as a
Inside the
person
country,
who's witnessing everything
what you I think
inside.
I invite old people, like maybe many of you who are listening to us right now, maybe you say that they are brainwashed, they are telling
Hmm.
lies and all. I invite you to come to Iran, because I was also someone who felt like that, who thought like that. In Iran, women are oppressed. Iran is a nation that's quite backward. Until you get to know the things, like they just hit one of the tallest bridges in the Middle East a few days
Hmm.
ago, and where was it? It was made in Iran. And there are so many structures, architectural things you would see in Iran made by women themselves. Forget about men. The women have so much contribution in science and tech and a lot of things. Like, I invite all the people who doubt us right now.
Hmm.
You travel to Iran, even in the war situation, I think.
Yeah, of course, it's war.
At the same time, I don't want to downplay the thing, like, to be very unbiased. I don't want to say that there are no civilian death tolls and all. A lot of civilians that are being killed right now,
Yeah, of course, it's war,
innocent
unfortunately.
people.
Mm.
But one of their lies, biggest lies, is that we are targeting military officials. I personally went to, like, the place where I stay, 1 kilometer away. There was a huge explosion, 3 a.m. And there was one 1 year old baby who was martyred. And how can you define that this was a military official?
A baby.
How is this 1 year old, harmful to you, dangerous for you? So a lot of people, like a girl who had no head, and
Oh.
when the rescue teams were trying to find her head, they found out that her head was stuck with her body. So another girl was missing for like 2 days in rescue. They found her in the underground of another storage room in a neighbor's house. It was a terrible story because I went to the ground. I just covered the reality, and my cameraman was crying. I was unable to breathe because I was also like, I told him, like, the school buildings are not colored this. Why is this colored gray?
So what's the reason?
And
You know why?
and the moment we realized it was all because of the missile dust.
Yeah.
It was all because
Yeah.
of that strike, and we were like speechless, and we had tears in our eyes while covering that report. So no, it's not military officials. 1 year old is not a military
You know what is
official.
the problem of these
The
people?
grade 8 books we found on the ground. The grade 8 books.
Yes. But what is the crime or what is the big mistake that we did actually is because we are considered as an obstacle for the devilish plans of Zionists. And Netanyahu himself, exactly.
Yeah.
Netanyahu is scared of Iran. And there was a report, I think. Interview, yeah. He repeated 3 times. He said, what is your nightmare?
Yeah. What is the biggest threat?
The biggest nightmare, the biggest, threat to you is, he's repeated 3 times, Iran. Why?
Iran.
Because we are considered as an obstacle, and that is the only thing we do.
Yeah.
This is our, crime.
We
That's why we're considered as a terrorist. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
In the censorship, I mean, when somebody has the Hollywood in his hand, when somebody is the one that is paying Hollywood, of course, he can play with lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
In the story of Hollywood, and the story of lots of, things that are happening now in mass media, they have changed the place of the villain with the victim.
Oh.
That is, for those people
now the villains play victim.
we are the villain here. We're not the victim, unfortunately.
And
they are the victim. Why?
In Palestine as well.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. That is one of them.
They attacked the hospitals, the kids, and then they played victim themselves.
They let them starve.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of a kid that was nothing, a bag of bone, let me say.
Yeah.
Nothing, only bone covered with skin. So why this kid is a threat to
you.
Trump and Netanyahu.
To your existence.
Let the people know this people now. It's better that you know what is the mass media is doing. You're being hypnotized by what they are doing to you.
Yeah.
They're feeding you with false information. This is not the reality. This is not truth. I just have a question of this people. I mean, this Zionist people. You wherever you went, you talked about the Holocaust story. You made yourself so, innocent. You showed everybody, oh my goodness, everybody is killing us. This Nazi people destroyed us. 6 million people are being dead. And actually, if you want to search about this issue to see, does it really happen? Is it really happen? You cannot. They don't let you to search about this Holocaust thingy story. They don't let you. Yes, they stop you. No, nobody has the dare to has the audacity to search about it, to see what was the truth exactly.
So
what did Hitler do?
Yes. If you're victims, let us search.
So they are shouting that, oh please, people, we are we were under the pressure of Nazi. They killed us. They took, our houses from us, and lots of things, lots of terrible things that has happened to us. So you could take revenge from Nazi people. Why you're taking revenge from Palestinian people? You went to their land. You take their places by force and theft. There were 3 reasons that this Zionist could cheat their own people to come to Palestine. The first one, they promised them that you're gonna have a perfect life here. Everything is gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Number 1. So this is gonna be utopia for you. Come here. The second group, they took them by force to come to this land, I mean Palestine. And the third group were the people who were a little bit religious. They told them this is a promised land that God promised us. So come
Yeah.
with me, come with us. And then they told them that, okay, we have an army for you.
Yeah.
This army is going to protect you. Everything is just,
Yeah.
upside down. First of all, there are some nations who come together, right? And then they will have a government, and then they will have an army to protect them. But
Yeah.
everything was just upside down. First they had an army, and then they had these people to live there, and then they promised them, and then so everything is gonna turn to the reality. They said our army is the epic.
Yeah.
It's not, nobody can destroy it. So you are destroyed now. Why you're not telling the truth to everybody? Why you like to hide everything?
Yeah.
It's transparent enough. So don't need to hide anything.
For the free people of the
You're
world, at
losers
least,
now.
yeah. Having
So
talked
admit.
of having talked of that, anyone who talks like that, Nasreen, they are called anti-Semitic. So I think you will be tagged that in the comments now. Hey, having talked of the comments and all, so we did previous Back to reality shows, right?
Yeah.
And I sent the link to my sisters. One of the sisters watched it and she gave a thumbs up. And for our discussion that we had, she was like exploring realities, exploring the facts, well done and all. Another sister wanted to watch when my sister gave a comment. Another sister wanted. She was like, "Hey, where is it? I'm not able to find it." And I again clicked on the link, and it was nowhere. Our
Oh my
page
goodness.
was completely gone. So, what are they scared of?
The
They,
truth.
yeah,
We are ordinary people just trying to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And that is the problem. You're afraid of the truth. Why? Because your devilish plans and plots are going to be
exposed.
exposed and everybody is going to see it.
Yeah,
Actually, this Zionist people don't love anybody. They just love themselves. And you know that they say we are the most
chosen
important
people.
yeah, we are the chosen people, and even they don't respect anybody. And nowadays you saw, I think, when Trump wanted to send his militia to Iran. No, they said I'm not gonna send my soldiers.
Okay.
I will not. They will not gonna die. We don't die. You're gonna die. The Americans are gonna die for us, but we don't die. Don't think about it. I'm not gonna send them.
But
So-
we have heard a lot of lies from this liar. I
Yeah.
really don't feel even like talking about this person. As a leader said that I don't consider you worthy of giving answer to or any response to you. Literally, I realized that to a mad person
yeah, a
against
lunatic
whom,
guy.
against whom there's his own nation, own people. They wake up and they see now what kind of lies he's selling. He's a businessman basically who had
Yes.
done these talks and things, and who is actually earning from the war,
Maybe he
earning
wanted-
from the deaths of the innocent
yeah.
people,
I thought
earning from the deaths of his own soldiers. I would say
He doesn't send his son. Does he send that boy? What was
to
his
the
name?
front line, to the front line. Why
Yeah,
don't
he
you
has a
send them?
son. So let's send your son too.
Yeah,
Let's sacrifice your son. Didn't you see that our leader, Imam Khamenei, the one that you call as the leader of terrorists, sacrificed himself.
they call him
sacrifice
a
his
lot of names like
granddaughter. So do something. Sacrifice your son for your country if you truly love this America.
granddaughter was really less than a year, and she was
Yes.
also found without a head. So yeah, they're never going to send their kids to the war or the front lines. And as you rightly mentioned, the leader of the revolution who sacrificed himself with the entire family, and also like that young daughter who was less than a year, and she was also found without a head. I have tremendous pain when we look at this situation, and also I want to reflect on that even more. But before that, let's go back to censorship. I have a very important question. Like, as we were talking about the comments and the the programs that we did together, someone messaged me, Nasreen, and he was like, why are you guys supporting a person who killed more than 30,000 civilians just a few months ago in the protests that were actually hijacked and turned into riots. So what's your take on that?
First of all, let me first of all correct the the digit.
Yeah. Because
It
sometimes
was
it's 30, sometimes it's 40, and sometimes it
yeah,
becomes 45.
it's increasing.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, it's increasing day after day.
Yeah.
No. First of all, let me clarify something very important, which is increasing day after day, these days especially. It was only 3,000 people, but were they innocent people? No. Let me clarify it. First of all, there were some people, some of the, people who are working here, they were coming out for a peaceful protest. Yes. They didn't have any weapon. They didn't have any gun. They didn't have any knife. Nothing. They were just coming out to ask the government to solve their problem.
Yeah.
The economic problem, which is being caused by the sanctions of this savior, America.
Who was coming with aid.
The main cause is that. Yeah. So they were just coming out to, seek for a solution. They wanted the government to do something for them.
Yeah.
And it was peacefully.
Yeah.
This is important. But there were some people in the middle of these people who were well trained. They carried gun, they had knife, and they, attacked the innocent people. They were coming out, they were marching.
It was not the government.
Yes.
It was not the government. It was not police. It was not the officials of Iran who targeted these people.
They were the enemy. They were well trained to kill people. You don't know. They destroyed lots of places. They burnt lots of cars.
Yeah.
They broke the window of lots of shops.
The shrines, the Quran.
Yes, because they don't want Islam. Islam is this thing that they are afraid of. They don't want it.
Yeah.
So that's why they were, fighting with lots of things. They killed lots of innocent people. And they were, covering their faces. They didn't want to be recognized. And then when they, arrested, they said that we were trained.
We were trained.
And we received order from somebody outside of Iran. And lots of people,
That's how we made this mess. That's how we hijacked the protests.
And the way that they were killing the people was terrible.
Yeah.
Was terribly harsh.
Yeah.
It was clear that somebody who was, actually teaching them to do that, or they were trained for this.
I want to explore one of the points here that was revealed later on when these people were arrested and they were asked why and how. Like, didn't you see, like, how can a human kill another human in that brutal manner? And they said, like, we were ordered to take drugs before you carry out such kind of acts.
They were cutting people, cutting the body of people.
That was really brutal. And
if you think that you're Irani and that one is an Iranian too, why are you doing this to him? I don't consider these people as Iranian people, and especially our martyred Imam Khamenei said the same thing. Said, I'm not talking about those people who are coming out peacefully. They are separate them from these people.
We can negotiate with them, but I cannot negotiate with the rioters.
Yes.
So anyways, talking about these brutal killings and talking about, I would say one of the, if you really want to research about this, really, an American journalist, Anna Kasparian herself, she always says to these journalists who come up with lies and who come up with the censorship of the real fact, she asks that, where do you get that figure from? Tell me the source. Yeah, tell us the source. Where do you get that figure from? Number one. So coming back to our topic, like we were talking about these brutal killings, and I told you that I had to add something on the leader's daughter who was killed brutally.
Yes.
And there's a hadith from Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him and his purified family. He says that whenever a Muslim wakes up, if you're unaware about the affairs of the Muslim world, فَلَيْسَ بِمُسْلِم, you are not a Muslim.
Yes.
So you should be, number one, aware about the fellow Muslims around the world.
Try to solve each other's problem.
Number two, there's another hadith that talks about the fact that the all Muslim ummah is like one body. If one part is in pain, the whole body is restless.
Exactly.
We unfortunately did not see that restlessness in the so-called Arab nations, but alhamdulillah, we saw a lot of awake people coming up. Like we saw small children from Kashmir, I would say, who were non-Muslims, who broke their piggy banks, who came up for the
Oh,
donation for Iran when Iran did not even ask for donations.
yes.
We saw non-Muslims in India coming
Mm-hmm.
up with they sold their lands, they sold their cars, they came up. They were not even Muslims. They came up and they said, humanity. We want to help humanity.
Mm-hmm.
We're not seeing what religion is, what is our religion right now, what
Mm-hmm.
sect I belong to. And a lot of Sunnis from the Kashmir itself, and a lot of people from Kashmir itself. Like there was a lady who had only one gold ring from her
Oh.
husband who died 28 years ago, and she comes up with this to help the nation of Iran. So like, yeah, maybe the
Yeah, it's
Arab
not a matter of
nations are,
Sunni and Shia.
I
All of
think
us
the Arab,
Muslims,
I
yeah.
think the Arab nations should literally learn from these people, literally learn from the non-Muslims who came up and showed up and who said like,
Mm-hmm.
we stand with Iran and we stand with humanity in first place.
Yeah, first of all, we can, before I, continue, I would thank the Yemeni people, this brave people,
Yeah.
the Iraqi people, from the Arabs, we can just take these countries out. But what
The
about the
Lebanon,
others?
the
Yeah,
nation of
Lebanese,
Lebanon.
yeah, Lebanese, Syrian people. They know what is going on exactly, and they know what they are fighting for. And they have the dignity,
Yeah.
yes, because of their dignity. But I feel sorry for, I mean, it's a shame, let me say, for a country that Trump, talks about their prince like that.
And a nonsense way.
I will not repeat
We
that
can't
again
even.
because we have seen plenty of it. It's a shame. It's a shame. How come you're Muslims? You don't read Quran. You don't reflect upon the ayat of Quran. You don't know in the
I
Quran
would say
Allah says,
I would say forget about being a Muslim. You don't have a small amount of self-respect left.
no, there's no
Self-
dignity.
you know,
Believe there's
when
no.
when Imam Hussein was talking to the opponents in
Mhm.
Karbala, he said to them, even if you don't have any religion, at least be free.
Exactly.
At least be free. You're so slaves.
You know what the problem is
You're so
exactly?
very much
You can
slaves.
find some people in Saudi Arabia, some people in Kuwait, because lots of Irani people are living in Kuwait.
Yeah.
So you can see lots of people of Bahrain also. They are against what their government is doing.
Yeah, yeah.
But the government, unfortunately, is the slave of America,
Yeah.
is bowing to America, is asking help from the Satan.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are really reflecting upon Quran, if you really pray, if you really, recite this holy book, which is a guide, how you trust the Satan to help you against your brothers? Believe me, we are not that dangerous. We are your friends.
I was listening to a Hindu who was saying that that Muslim Ummah should join hands. And
Exactly.
They should be together in this.
Mhm.
Because if they tend to divide, if they tend to, be, oh, okay, I'm one sect, I'm another sect, if they're going to be like that, then the enemy is going to win this way. So I said that, but when you think of divisions, when you think of these sects, remind yourself of what happened to the president of Venezuela. Remind yourself
Oh,
of
whoa.
what happened to Syria and other countries. So your fate will be the same if you as Arab leaders are going to help them, or I would say count on the American
Yes.
president. So who is not even worth of calling president even, who only has the lies. And then we have in psychology that when nobody listens to you and you want to scream, listen to me please, you use the capital letters. And under every tweet he has this, thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yeah.
Right. So like screaming, ps, postscript. So and nobody is listening to you. And our young leader, our young spokesman of Khatam al-Anbiya tells him, come to the battlefield. It's not a game of tweets. We are not fighting in the tweets.
He's good at, in on the paper.
Yeah.
writing on a piece of paper,
He's
but
not
in the
even good
battlefield they're
there.
not.
He's not even good there. He's lying. He's lying.
He's
He's
hallucinating. You know, this is exactly
you saw the
the role of Hollywood.
yeah.
In the Hollywood, they used to play, trick on people. They used to show themselves as the savior, as the hero of the
Yeah.
battlefield. Even sometimes when I was watching a, cartoon, an animation, I was focused on one point. Why the American person is always the savior? I mean, the person that is speaking with an American accent. And the other people who are not that much, smart,
Or
or not that
black
much,
maybe.
yes, are speaking with a British accent. This is something you can search about it. You can just search and see what is the reason behind it, because he wants to say
Yeah.
that the new emperor is strongest, and that one, the old English, I mean the old imperialism, is doomed, and is, even in the cartoon they want to tell you this. So even those animation that we're watching from Hollywood are super dangerous, because they are delivering lots of things to
A
us
lot of
indirectly.
things. A lot of evil.
Yeah, that's why some of them are shocked. Oh, come on! Is this the army of America? Is this the fighter jets
Jets.
or of America? Is this the helicopter of America?
Hey,
Come
you
on.
remind me of another thing with the fighter jets, another censorship that they're trying to do these days. There are a lot of tremendous amount of, I would say, fighter jets that were downed by Iran in these days, and there are lies. No, it was not F-35. It was some E.
He has to
this.
lie. He has
And
to whitewash everything.
Let's believe. Okay, it was
Yeah.
not F-35. It was just another jet, but it was a fighter jet. It was something that was meant to be in the it was meant to be victorious in the battlefields. It was something that was supposed to bring you victory, and it was downed in a time when you said, oh, Iranians are out of missiles now, their air defense is over,
100% they're
over,
destroyed. Everything
they're
is, yeah.
destroyed. And
So we're
that
working with that
situation
0%.
and in that situation they're downing your jets that are, maybe you say that, okay, it was not F-35, but it was another stealth jet, but it was a fighter jet, yeah, that was
Exactly.
downed by Iran in a time when our stock is over. So yeah.
That is, because of the, lying. They say the rope of lie is short.
Yeah.
One day everything would be revealed.
They have a lot of lies. And unfortunately, one of the, I would say, biggest show of unity they are not showing to the world these days is again the same nights when we see the people coming out to the streets, as we were talking in the beginning of the show, that people come out to the streets. And what I saw was different in these nights was that, if you ask me this, I would say I was amazed at this, because they started coming out in the month of Ramadan,
Yeah,
when it was they were fasting, they were tired,
exactly.
and the moment they finished their iftar, right after iftar, they're in the streets, and up to 3 a.m. they're in the streets, up to the Sahari time, they're again in the streets, tireless, and it has
Exactly.
been more than a month they are out like that. And post Ramadan, it was post Nowruz holidays, when all Iranians are used to go to trips.
Yeah.
They're used to go to
Visit each other.
visit
yeah.
each other,
We
and
visit each other in the streets,
right.
We
And
said,
now
okay,
they're
let's visit
meeting
each other in the streets.
They're not
Everything
like,
is happening in the street. Even
Yeah.
if we need to sleep in it, we're going to do that.
yeah,
You know, they say if it's needed, we're going to sleep in the streets, because we're defending our streets. We're defending our country. We cannot stay in the house. Believe me, I swear that I think that this is my duty to be outside with other people.
I was out 2 or 3 days ago, and I saw these people out like this, and there were missiles overhead. I saw some because at night it's quite visible, right?
Yeah.
So, but like there was no fear in these people. They were standing right there, chanting the slogans of Allahu Akbar, chanting the slogans of resistance. And like, you will be amazed if you come to Iran, and if you come to Iran in these days, especially if you see what kind of resistance, what kind of courage these people have got. And you as a foreigner, when you see them, you ask yourself, where do they get this nerve from? Literally, there's a missile overhead. Where do they get this nerve from? They could happen, anything can happen anytime, because for them, civilian infrastructure, that doesn't matter. The children, they don't matter. because they started this war by killing young children.
Yes.
It
And
doesn't
people,
matter to them who they kill. And in all that, when you're aware of this, these people are out in the streets. But and there's one very beautiful scene that I see, like every night I come out. I see all the cars, almost, I would say, if not all, I would say 85% to 90% of cars are with the flags
yeah.
of the nation, right?
Yes.
I have never seen all.
Not one. Sometimes they hold, 3, 4 flags.
Yeah, four flags in one car and one in
Yeah.
the center. Some children are in the center, and
Yeah.
children, like the children are
Yeah.
out. So why do you think, Nasreen, it's happening like that? I have been here in 22 Bahman rallies before, but I have never seen so many Iranian flags before.
Hmm.
The number of flags that I witnessed
I told you this
in
is a
person these
weapon.
times.
It's considered as a weapon, and it's considered as something else. It's approval seal or sign at the bottom of this government and this system. We're holding a flag. This is very important. So we're holding this kind of flag. I mean, the flag that is green, white, red with the Allah in the middle, the sign of Allah in the middle. This is the flag of the
Islamic
truly
Republic
Iranian
of
person.
Iran.
Yeah, if you saw somebody else holding another kind of flag,
With
that
lines
is
in
not an
between.
Iranian. Maybe on the surface they may look like Iranians. They may speak Persian, but their brain is a
Colonized.
Zionist, yeah, an American type, because they accept that somebody from outside, somebody that is called the terrorist himself, came and they asked him to come to save the country. What kind of savior is this? What kind of saving is that? They're
starts
killing your
saving
people.
you, who
If you're
starts saving
truly,
you with
you know,
killing children?
if they're truly worried about that 3,000 people who were killed because they were guilty, yes, because they must be punished for something terrible that they have done, because they were doing chaos in the country, because they were serving the enemy. So now, why you don't cry for these people? Why you dance on the body of your fellow countrymen? Do you consider yourself as an Iranian? We don't consider you as an Iranian. You're not welcomed here.
I'm more Iranian than you.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sorry.
that is not an honor that we, call them as an Iranian. They are not. They're erased from our head, from our heart. We don't consider them as our countrymen. No. The truly Iranian person is the one that is fighting for his country, is screaming for his country, is shouting, is holding that
proud
flag.
Iranian is the one who stands against imperialism, but these people are who allow imperialism. They allow imperialism in their minds, in their heads,
Yeah.
and overall.
This is the new type, the new imperialism,
Yeah. So, coming back to, forget about those who are outside the country, and let's talk about the non-Iranians inside Iran, who are more Iranians than these dancing Iranians outside the country.
Because they know,
So, I would want to say that the thing that I witnessed in the night was not just Iranians standing in the squares, not afraid of death. There are so many mawqibs around at night. There are Azerbaijanis, there are Indians, there
Bahrain.
are Pakistanis, there are Bahrainis, there are Iraqis.
Lebanese.
A lot
Iraqis.
a lot of people you will see out from all the countries. Like I saw someone from Tajikistan and so many countries. Like maybe we get to know about many countries in these streets when we see them with their flags and coming and I happened to talk to some people honestly, and I told them, why don't you go back to your country in the wartime, especially when there are missiles overhead? And a very beautiful answer, I would say a common answer I learned from all these people was that it's not a fight of Iran and Israel or the United States. It's a fight between haq and batil.
Exactly.
It's a fight between the truth and the falsehood. And
Yeah.
we have to choose one of them. There's no neutral side in this story.
So they cannot call all of these people who are coming out as brainwashed. Who is brainwashed? Are we brainwashed? When I'm really worried about my country to be taken by my enemy. Just remember, I just again, every time I have to go back to those so-called Iranians. When you're talking about Shah, the one that we kicked him out of the country, What did he do? You know, Bahrain once was a part of this land. When Trump says, I'm going to let you return to, you know, Stone Age or something like that, when he says so, how big Iran was at that time and how civilized this country was at that time. Again, we didn't have a Stone Age. They had, but we didn't. America is 250 years old and Iran is 2,000 years old. So just try to compare these two things together. These people are being civilized people and are civilized people, still are civilized people.
Mm-hmm.
And now, for 47 years, Iran is proud of itself. Iran is fighting for its dignity. Iran does not let an inch of this country to go. Because you know that this Shah, I mean, this Trump thingy, I mean, these people want to tear this country apart.
Yeah.
They want to, you know, bring a scissors and then, okay, this is for you, that is for me, that is for this one. No, we don't let you to happen that. We're not gonna let you, you know, do the same mistake that people who was kicked out of the country did. We're not gonna give anything. That's why people are coming outside.
Mm-hmm.
They're worried about this land. They're worried about this country. They say, kill us, but we're not gonna give this land to you. We're
An
not
inch of it.
let you to take the oil. Everybody knows why this land or this region is important to America and Israel.
Yeah.
Because they want to take everything from this
All the
country.
resources.
If somebody just,
The
you know,
looters.
exactly. That's why Israel is the small, teeny, tiny America here as an eye for America to watch everything and to have the control over everything and let them rob and steal this country. You know why some people are, you know, preferring Shah? Those people, I mean, those non-Iranian people, because Shah used to say yes, was a yes man to America. He was offering everything to them.
Yes, man. Yeah. Very
That's why
correctly
he didn't
said,
say,
yeah.
no, I won't. He didn't have that dignity, that strength, and that power because he was a slave for them. He was their soldier. That's why they say Iran is terrible. You know, government is terrible because this country does not bow, does not give anything for free. We're fighting for it.
And as the leader of the revolution, he said it earlier, like, in fact, in the last speeches, he said that there's going to be a mab'as in this nation.
Exactly.
Nation is going to
Yes.
rise. It was not understandable at that time, to be honest. Like, what is
He was
meant by this?
predicting lots of things.
Mab'us, what does this mean? But we see the same mab'as every night
Exactly.
in Iran, especially in the days when they were supposed to enjoy their holidays, especially in the days when they were supposed to be on the trips, especially in the Ramadan nights when they were tired and they were not supposed to, especially these streets that were supposed to be silent at night, but they are filled with the voices of defense, they are filled with the flags, they are filled with the resistance completely.
And you know, they're increasing in number. It means that we are standing back our, you know, government. It means that we love this government.
Yeah.
So why you say that these people are fed up with this government?
To be
No.
honest, I have never ever seen any country in the world wherein so many people, an ocean of people, are standing at the back of the system of their government
So this
for
is called
their leader.
why they say this is called democracy. Actually, we're going. I told you there are lots of people. Maybe they have different thought ideas, but this time all of us are united.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm reestablishing. I said it again. I'm just repeating again. I'm reestablishing myself, recalculating everything. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? Where should I go? Of course, I'm gonna follow my own government because that is the system which is worried about me and my future. You just compare the Iran before and now. You see how many, you know, progress we had in this country.
A lot of progress. Having talked of progress, Nasreen, you remind me of another thing. Like when I went to the site that was attacked on ground, and I went on the attack day. I went on another day, and the day too when I went there, it was all clear that the rescue teams had cleared so well, so fast. But I happened to talk to some of the neighborhood people, and I asked them about the situation. What was the thing that amazed you, or that was really surprising for you? And they said the rescue teams. Rescue teams, the way they did not allow, you know, in Iran, there's in every home you have the gas in pipes. Imagine when there is a missile attack. Imagine what could happen.
Yes.
You know, The way the rescue teams controlled the gas leakages and other things, I was thinking to myself, how developed,
Yes.
how developed. Like they did not even
Under.
allow like a 1 kilometer away homes to be without light, without gas,
Mm-hmm.
without water.
Mm-hmm.
So much is the system separated, even though if the gas is passing through the pipes,
Mm-hmm.
so much is it's so system, it's so much in order, it's so much in order. I mean, nobody, maybe your mind will not go to these things on a site like that.
Mm-hmm.
You will go to the destruction, the civilian deaths, the emotional things and other things. But I was going to the progress, like I was exploring the progress of this nation even in that site.
Mm-hmm. And even, uh, just remember this, that all of these things that we see, the progress, I mean, or the development, under 47 years of sanction.
Yeah.
So if we don't have the sanction, if there is no America in this region, see what will happen to this country. That is a problem. Actually, the obstacle for us is the America. If that's why we want to kick him out of this region, because this region will be released from a system that wants to plunder everything and takes everything for himself, and that is a problem.
Yeah.
Iran is not a backward country. I mean, those people who always try to show the
this is a
eastern part.
nation that's never going to bow. That's never going to bend. You may have heard these a lot of. I saw a lot of tweets, a lot of comments like that. They said that they sanctioned them for about 45 years and they never bowed. But Iran only sanctioned the whole world on the Strait of Hormuz
For 20 days, for 30 days, and
yeah.
they don't know
and
what
the
to
whole,
do.
and the whole world is bowing now, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very courageous nation. It's a very I would say a nation of what we call in Arabic as the ghayrat.
Exactly.
Right? They have this ghayrat in them. They have this sense of they don't bow in front of anyone. They don't bow to any external power. They're not going to submit. Like, I don't know, Trump, you try anything. You try all the colonial powers, imperialist powers. You try your best. This nation is not going to submit
Yeah.
anyway, because this is a nation of Islam. And Islam in itself means submission. Submission to whom?
To
Only to
Allah.
Allah.
Yeah.
So when they're submitting to Allah, in your dreams, not even in your dreams, they are going to submit to you. Not in your dreams, they are going to submit to your wishes, your aims, and your goals.
So let me tell you something.
Keep trying. You're going to lose. You're already a loser. You have lost it way back.
Exactly.
The moment you
Let me
started
tell you
it.
something. Again, let us go to the first, sentences that we have started. Censorship. I think now lots of people know why they are trying to censor everything, and they try not to show them the real Iran. Because they will learn from us.
Yeah.
They will see, I can do this. We can protest. We can fight with the wrongdoers. Even now you see in America, is it an AI made? I just have a question. Is it an AI made? We are AI. You said we are AI made. And all of this majority of people are coming out.
Wash your eyes.
Yeah. So
Wash
let
your
me
eyes.
know. Whatever we see in America, that people are coming out because they have learned. One of them
maybe
told me,
even your own nation is AI.
this is a problem. Yes. Is it an AI too? Is that
Yeah.
AI? Lots of people are coming out and are fighting with Trump, and they say no king. Is it an AI made? Why? Because that's why the censorship here works. They want to censor everything, because if other people see these things, see our movements and our actions and our shouting and screaming, they will learn from us, and they will see, this is the way that I can stop this lunatic man from doing what's right. And I think there is a changing regime in America, inshallah. He came here to change our regime, as he say.
Don't call it regime. You have no right to call it regime. Is something that is not a legitimized government.
Exactly. Yeah.
So regimes are themselves coming and calling other nations.
Yeah.
The regimes. It reminds me of the 12th of February. When you have the Islamic, Independence
Yes.
Republic Day, and
Yes.
then it's unparalleled. Why I would say that? Because I would say Islamic revolution was established. There was no need of another referendum.
No.
But there was another referendum on 12th of February, And then there was again, do you say yes to Islamic Republic of Iran or no?
98%
Percent. So
of people said yes to it.
so you're
And
talking,
now,
just search about this referendum.
Mhm.
If it's then try to call it a regime. So
even if they do the referendum right now, I swear that again we will have the same thing. And we love this
we have been
government.
witnessing that every
Mhm.
night. We have been witnessing that the tireless
Actually, it's
people of
happening every
Iran.
night. The referendum is happening every night.
Every night, yeah. Ever since
I
they
told you it's
started the
increasing in
war.
numbers. Yes. Increasing in number, and lots of people are coming out to say the same thing, that
Yeah.
we are going to say yes. We say yes to Sayyid Mushtaba. We said yes to this government because this is our truly savior and not that one.
Yeah, indeed,
Mhm.
people are awake. So, yeah, we actually, honestly, we witness that every night. And to be honest, Nasreen, as I was saying that I happen to speak to a lot of people from different countries on the streets. What are you doing here in the war situation? Don't you see missiles overhead? Or why don't you go home?
Why you don't go somewhere
Yeah,
else?
no, like a safe place. Like it doesn't make sense that there are missiles over your head and you are out on the streets. You're ready to die, and your embassies have been, giving you advisories that leave the country, and you're not. You're staying with them, and the people's, the one of the beautiful answers. Just last night, someone gave me. He said that it's a fight between Nimrud and Ibrahim. It's a fight between Musa
Yes.
and Pharaoh. It's a fight between Satan and Adam, and I
Yes.
have to choose the right side. I don't want to be ashamed tomorrow. It doesn't matter what country I belong to, but I want to be on the right side of history. I have to die tomorrow anyhow. So what is the better death than shahada?
Yeah.
But what matters to me is not death or the way I die. What matters to me is that when I die, I was standing on the right side of the history.
And even you see that our, martyred people, when somebody is martyred, we carry him and we do the funeral in front of
Honorable.
everyone witnessed that.
In an honorable
But
way.
they say even in this case, the America and that one, the Zionists are again doing the censors. They, I don't know how they just try to hide the number of those people who are dying in this war, and they just want to exaggerate about everything that is
more
happening.
than the officials, you are scared about these people on the streets. And they are not going to lessen the number. We are seeing an increased number of people every night. And people are standing here on the right side of the history. Not just here. I have seen a lot of non-Muslims. I have seen a lot of people from other countries who say we are ready, Iran, to buy a huge, expensive oil and gas prices. We are ready for everything, but beat them hard, hit them hard, and Iran will hit them hard because Iran is a nation that's not going to submit to them. And yes, it's time for me, it's time for you, it's time for all of us to choose the right side of the history, to stay on Haqq, and to say no to Batil, be that in Iran, be that outside Iran, because we will be asked about it. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye, Nasreen.
Thank you so
Also,
much.
thank you for being with us. Thank you, dear listeners and dear viewers. You were watching Back to Reality.